If you're tight-fisted with money, you will never be rich. The classic Dickensian image of Scrooge, the rich miser, is not accurate to life because the rich need to spend in order to acquire their wealth.
Every successful entrepreneur ever spent everything that they earned on growing their businesses until they became rich and that income became self-producing.
Investors spend money on assets until it hurts, emptying their bank accounts to buy bonds, loans, shares, properties, commodities like precious metals, and even strings of blockchain code.
They spend and spend some more. What investors do not do is hoard their wealth in a bank savings account. What good business owners do not do is try and operate on the cheap or for free, spending their time pinching pennies while losing pounds.
I was the tightest miser in all the land until I changed my views on money creation. Even on this channel there is a direct correlation between money spent on improvements to video output and our income as YouTubers. Maybe the correlation is obvious and we think most people understand it intuitively, but barely anyone lives to that logic.
We say it's easy. Open that wallet, turn on those spending taps and spend yourself rich. Let's check it out.
Welcome to MoneyUnshackled.com, the investing channel and website that says you and your finances free. This is Andy, I'm Ben, and if you like what we have to say, hit the like button and click subscribe.
Investors, listen up. Robo-investing platform Wealthify now have a sign-up offer. They'll give you £25 for free when you deposit £500 into one of their plans and keep it there for 3 months. What's the annualised return on that bonus? 20% return on investment. You are welcome. Find this link on the office page at MoneyUnshackled.com. Now, let's get into the video.
Don't mention the money. We used to believe that holding on to money would make us rich. But during our 20s, something clicked. We now have spent thousands and thousands of pounds on passive income generating assets. And income flies back to us out of our portfolios as a result.
When investors like us and you say things like this, it's not bragging, it's healthy to talk about money. The taboo on talking about money in polite society is part of the reason why people don't realise the harm they're doing to themselves and their families by hoarding their money in a bank account.
We still have affordable houses, affordable cars, but we spend money as fast as it comes in on our portfolios, and more importantly on our business.
Scaling a side hustle. Side hustles you can run from home are the key to wealth freedom, in our opinion, if you find yourself trapped in a job. As a reminder, a side hustle is a small business that you start up in your spare time, in your evenings and weekends, with the goal of it overtaking your job one day as your main source of income.
We talk about money literally all of the time. In fact, if we're talking about something that's not money, we become bored very quickly. Unfortunately for our social lives, most people we talk to become bored very quickly when we do talk about money. A catch-22 sitch.
Occasionally we come across other humans that are dissatisfied with being poor, interesting people who have started their own websites, invented a radiator, run a removal service with their knackered old van at weekends, or are otherwise enterprising.
Far more common are people who have an idea, want to implement it, but all they can see are the costs. We call these people dreamers. They are like a rabbit in the headlights, frozen in place by their fear of spending money. Here's a typical barside conversation you might find yourself having with a dreamer.
I just heard from Dave that you're starting a website selling refurbished smartphones. That's amazing. I thought you had an office job ticking boxes last time we met.
Yeah, I've been working on it for the last year. I meant phones and I figure there's a gap in the market for cheap quality phones.
Sweet. So do you do this full time now?
Not yet. I'm more in the opening stages of the business right now.
Great progress though, right? So how much revenue are you making a month? Are you plowing it back into the website?
Well, the website's not really live yet. I've been struggling to find a free web hoster that will do what I need for the website. Apparently it can cost £30 a month or more.
Dude, I spend hundreds on my hosting, soon thousands. How much does one of these phones sell for?
A couple of £100, but I don't want to spend £30 a month until I've made my first sale.
This person will never make a sale. They are scared to spend money and therefore will never spend themselves rich.
Delaying spending until you can afford it. There is a massive contradiction in most people's spending habits in that they will not spend money to improve their lot in life until they can afford it. Makes sense for frivolous purchases like a holiday, but on things which could improve their money making or money saving potential, this makes far less sense. Get it spent.
Maybe you won't invest in peer-to-peer lending until you have 10 grand in the bank. But you'd get to 10 grand a lot quicker if you were investing in peer-to-peer lending. Substitute in any other cash flowing investment asset type.
Rat race analogy. A good friend of ours is climbing the corporate ladder and as such buys expensive clothes and car because it gives off a better image. He is spending good money on improving his professional image so that he can reap the corporate rewards later.
Even some things that we consider to be luxury items, such as a branded suit, could be the difference between winning or losing at an interview situation. Unfortunately, some things still come down to appearances.
What we're doing. With the Money Unshackled business that you see before you, we're not satisfied with the 9,000 subscribers we had at time of recording. We want 90,000, then 900,000. We're getting there by reinvesting everything we make into the business to make it better for you and for future viewers.
Particularly in the internet era, businesses have ploughed back all profits into the business to grow faster. Profits can be made later. But often we've had to spend money on our business before we could really justify the spend, because at the time it was costing us more than our income.
In the early days of the channel, I realised I needed to spend £1,500 on a video editing computer, even though the channel was making us around £50 a month each. At that rate it would take flipping ages to save up for.
But as the old saying goes, you have to spend money to make money. And by ploughing our money back into technology, software, rights to use copyrighted images for B-roll, audio and animations and studio hardware, the channel is now hopefully good enough to entertain a few of you viewers and to make us a living as well. And we have more time now to make more videos.
Rich one day? If you want to have a laugh at your own expense, read How to Get Rich by Felix Dennis. In it, he has a table which cracks us up. He sets a high bar for what he considers rich. He calls people with assets of between £1 million and £2 million the comfortable poor. Poor at £1 million net worth. Okay mate, even 40 million gets you the title of the lesser rich. If even 1 million net worth is considered poor by those in the know, then most of us have a lot of ground to cover before we can call ourselves rich. I suppose it makes sense if you include your home and your pension within the net worth, but even so,
that ground will not be covered by hoarding your gold like a greedy miser. To save your way to rich may take more years than exist in a lifetime, so you have to spend your way to rich instead. Buy assets, spend liberally on your side hustle business, and keep spending and buying as if you're playing Monopoly. Just make sure you're spending on stuff that will make you more money. Remember, the key to winning Monopoly is to buy everything. Real life is no different.
Question of the day, are you spending yourself rich, or are you hoarding your gold greedily in the bank? Let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for watching! On this channel we talk a lot about personal finance, investing and all things money. And if you want to see more great content, please click the subscribe button below.
This is MoneyUnshackled.com. See you next time.